very opinionated person, and if I meet other people who are very opinionated about a certain topic, I'm either gonna shut down, I'm gonna shut them down, or we're just gonna get into a full blown argument, or it's gonna escalate into a fight. One of the four, because it gets to a point of like, okay, but like I need to get my point across, you know. And honestly, some people just need to learn to let people get the point across, because sometimes you need to get that point across so that you're able to process what else is going on. I'm probably just rambling at this point, but like I don't know what to talk about right now, and I'm at a loss as to what sort of topics I should be talking about. Fluffy Dragon, yay! Thank you for the follow. I didn't realize that you followed me, but thank you. Right before 9/11, good timing. Memorial Day for the 9/11 victims, RIP. I realized that I didn't really get past it or really mention it, but also at the same time, I'm not really one to try and put a memorial on something that happened in the past and something that we can work on in the future for. I'm not saying that what had happened was meaningless or anything. And I do apologize if that's what it sounds like I'm saying, because that's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that, like, if you're gonna pull me into a situation where I have to mourn for something that I was not a part of, you're immediately pulling me into something that, even though you have feelings about it, I don't necessarily have those feelings, and it's kind of like apathy at that point, you know? Maybe I'm just like over explaining things or whatnot, but like basically if you talk to me about a certain topic and you don't like my opinion on the topic, then don't say anything. Plain and simple. If you know that I have an opinion on the topic that I'm not gonna like, or if you figure that there's a topic that we're talking about and it's something that I don't like, and we're ending up talking about it regardless, there are like 3 to 4 ways to deal with that. Don't talk about it. Change the topic. Avoid the topic. Or just try to be constructive about the topic. Because like one thing that I don't like is a conversation where there's no construction to it. I don't like being pulled into arguments. I don't like being put into situations where I'm having to yell and scream at someone. You know, I don't want to be put in those types of situations. I'll put myself in those situations whenever it comes to video games, because it's video games and you don't have to take that shit seriously. If you put me in a situation like that, IRL, and I walk away, don't expect me to come back, because I'm not going to involve myself in that type of situation. So I just wanted to ramble about like how I'm not going to be put into those situations of being involved in politics or anything like that. Apologies for the ramble. But going back to the Charlie Kirk situation, first of all, I want to say y'all are fucked up. First and foremost, I want to say that right now, because I understand that there are people out there that you do just kind of like want to gun them down or something like that. But to quote one of my favorite psychologist TikTokers, wanting to do something and doing that thing are two completely different things. You can want to shoot a person in the face and be like unremorseful about it, but when you actually do it, it's a completely different story, because at that point you're basically telling yourself and the people around you that you actually are a killer of some kind, a unaliver of some kind, a marinator of some kind. Whatever it is that you prefer, that's the type of person that you just like announce yourself to be. And another thing is that actions are permanent, words are fixable. So, with that being said, I understand that Charlie Kirk was not the greatest person. I understand that he had a lot of things that he said, and I do not agree with most of the things that he has said. I do not agree with any of the homophobic terminologies that he decided to use, and I don't agree with any of the phrases that he decided to express himself with. Did I think that he was a good person? No. Did I think that he deserved to be shot? No. No one deserves to be shot unless they actually end up committing a crime that fits the punishment, you know? Like, if you shoot someone dead, right, you're gonna be shot dead. You're gonna feel the pain that they felt. That's what the punishment is. You're gonna feel the pain that they felt, and by the end of it, you're going to regret doing what you did. But also, by that moment, you're gonna be dead, so there is that as well. And I know that I probably sound like I'm talking really callously about this situation. I'm not trying to express that I'm being apathetic. I sympathize with the people who had to suffer for the loss of the person. I hope that his family gets closure. I hope that, you know, everyone involved gets closure in their own right or other. And I also hope that whoever actually shot him, who ended up being caught, by the way, gets proper justice, you know? It'd be really fucked up. I need to not talk about this, but I'm gonna talk about this anyways because I feel like it's an interesting analogy for this situation. Actually, no, it's an interesting hypothetical scenario. If the shooter got committed and ended up getting executed, it's very likely that they would put someone in the same distance as the person. I'm not saying that this is like full on facts or anything, so don't take it as that way. I'm just like theorizing and hypothesizing and shit. I'm also wanting to express how my mind works whenever these sort of situations occur. But yeah, so guy gets executed. The executor is standing back about 300 meters, 300 feet away from the target. Very similar to how Charlie Kirk died. As soon as the bullet hits, he's gonna feel every single minute of that situation. And all of that regret, all of that pain, all that suffering, all of that immediate thought process is just gonna go completely kaput. 100% completely kaput. But knowing how punishments are, he's probably just gonna get the chair. Or something or other. Again, this is not me like saying this is like 100% confirmed information. This is what I would think would happen allegedly or theoretically. I don't know. Again, I would like to warn new viewers. My brain's fucking weird. My brain is probably the weirdest that you're ever gonna come across, but also at the same time, it is the most fascinating because of the things that pop up in my brain and other things. Sorry, give me a minute. Don't do this right now, please. I'm not gonna let you say a single fucking thing. Don't even think about it. Okay. Don't mind me, I'm just talking to myself, technically. If you want more specific context, go into the panels. You'll get a full description of everything. For those who are watching this in the VOD, I'm just having a moment. Just give me a bit. I know my eyes are fucking wide. They're wide as hell. Again, ADD's kicking in. This is fun. Should I sign up for a thing to go? Maybe. Don't know. Chat, what do you think? Do you guys think I should play a thing of IRL Go? I've been contemplating this for like months now. Since the last time that I actually played Go. Or Baduk. However you wanna call it. However you wanna name it as. I call it Go, but that's because I grew up with it being called Go. And also I grew up with Hikaru's Go, so there is that as well. And aside from like several different other people, I know that there's a fair amount of people who don't know what Hikaru's Go is. The anime calls it Hikaru no Go, but the translation is Hikaru's Go. And essentially what it is it's an anime about the game Go. For those who are asking, what is Go, Miss Donna? Go is a checker style or strategy board game where instead of moving to a certain place, you're trying to capture territories. Each territory marks 1 point, each prisoner also marks 1 point. And there's a lot of terminology and etiquette involved in Go. I'm actually going to set up. For those who are curious about more information about Go, I'm going to hit a recommendation. So for those who are who've gone up to this point, first of all, thank you for joining in. Thank you for checking out the stream. I hope you're enjoying it. Don't forget to hit follow notifications. If you're new, if you're watching this as a VOD, probably on YouTube, hi, I see you. I appreciate you. I thank you by asking to hit the subscribe and bell button so that you don't miss another one of these streams. Or I should say VODs, but yeah. You're really kidding. Anyways. So, yeah. My recommendation to you guys is that you guys go and look up a YouTube channel called Go Magic. Go Magic is this YouTube channel